Welcome back to another video. In this video today, we are going to talk about treat trading as an investment instead of a daily job. So instead of, worrying about how the charts are doing or, daily analysis every time here and there, monitoring the price, you can go about your day, do your 9 to 5 jobs, whatever you're doing, because you need an extra income in order to sustain trading long term. So in order to do that, you need to keep a job. And to keep your job, meaning you're going to be working throughout. So how about you do that and you're still trading? So now in this video, we're going to talk about how you can hold trade, for like 2 weeks or a week. So trading is going to, be to you more of an investment. So you put your money in and you come back after maybe a week or two, then you see how much has been made and you withdraw your profit. So that's how trading is going to be treated instead of trading every day, hoping that tomorrow is profitable, after tomorrow is profitable. You go on a larger time frame, which is going to give you clearer data to look at. Then we look at the highs, we look at the lows, we look at where we can get in and where we can get out. So here we are going to hold our trade for as long as possible. Now let's get right in and let me explain something to you guys real quick. Here is a trade that I took, but this is not a position trade. I'm not looking to hold this trade too long. As you can see here, it's a very short trade. I took this trade on the 4-hour time frame and I called this trade and I literally gave this trade out in my public Telegram. As you can see here, this is the trade that I called, right? So this is the setup that I sent and I said 80 USD, 80 NZD is going to dump, mark my word. So that's exactly what 80 NZD is up to now. And I took the trade and it's still running in profit. So I want to come back here. Now, this is the daily time frame. In order to trade long term, you have to go on the long term time frames, right? You have to go on the larger time frames like the daily, the weekly, even the monthly. But I would not want you to go on a monthly and you're hoping to hold a trade for like the next 6 months, Now let's go on the daily instead. We look for the highs, we look for the lows, we look for where price is rejecting. Then we put money there and we come back after a very, very long time and we check it out. So let's take, for example, here. Let me zoom in to this price action here real quick. Okay. Now let's take, for example, here. Now, what are the laws for support and resistance? The law for support and resistance is that a resistance area should be tapped at least twice, and the support area should be tapped at least twice, right? So if a resistance area is broken, it becomes support. If support is broken, it becomes resistance. So right here, as you can see, we have 2 swing highs here that have, consecutively rejected this particular area simultaneously, right? They rejected. First push away from here was a swing push. Then it came back for a retest. It came back here, retested the area, and still pushed, right? Then now the third time that it came here, if you were a position trader, like I said, you would have taken your trade here after your rules have been met. Area here has been tapped twice. This is the first tap. It's not even the first tap, but if you look at it very well keenly, you know that on the daily time frame like this one, every candle you see here is a day old. Like this is an entire day of price action. This is an entire day. So the first day price entered here and rejected, then came back, opened this price candle came up, entered again that same zone and still rejected, right? So that's already 2 taps right there. Then here you can see we had 4 taps from this area. That's 4 days straight. Price tap this area. Here we have 1 day and a half, something like that. Here we have here day. So imagine how many days is that? We have 1, 2, 3 days, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So price has been held up this area for 7 good days. So imagine price being held up at this area here for 7 good days. That means there's a potential for price to reverse the next time price approaches this zone, right? Good. Now with that information, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to, go ahead and do your calculations. What are the calculations? You do your position sizing. How much do you want to put in? So here, let me talk about something again, guys. So, let me see. After you identify your setup, right? You're not going to like get an account and maybe you're looking to trade and compound the account. No, that's not the system you're going to use here. There are 2 ways you can trade this. You can either apply for funding, right? Apply for funding, you get an account, you pass it in one single trade because like I said, this is position trading. So on one single trade, you can put like 1% and you go for 8 hours one time. You go for 1:8, boom, you make your money ASAP. Pass phase 1, same thing for phase 2, right? So, or you can put 2%, since it's a position trade, you don't trade too often. So you put 2% on a single trade. And you take 1:4, you take 1:5, 1:6, and you're done with the challenge. So that's how you're going to do to, trade this. Or if you want to trade with your personal capital, The amount of money that you're going to have in that account is going to be what you're willing to put on this trade, right? So let's say you want to put $1,000 on this particular trade. You put $1,000 in your account. You make sure you leverage, you put all of it on that single trade, right? So now I have 1K here, and my plan is that what price should drop all the way to 3R. So I should make how much? I should make 3K. So that's how we're going to look at trading. Either you get funding and you pass it in one single trade, or you get an amount of money that you want to put on that trade and you deposit just that amount in your account, which you use to trade. Yes. So that's how you do it. So if you lose it, then you go back, get another money, put back in, and you trade. If you make it, when you make it, you withdraw it and you allow only the amount of money that you want to risk next. Let's say you make $8,000 from 1,000, you withdraw 7,000, leave the 1,000 for the next trade. Good. So we have two highs rejecting this area, and price is looking pretty good. Navigated, it found its way back up here. So what we're supposed to do is grab a sell to the downside. Now, you're not predicting this entire move as a position trader. You're not predicting that price will drop all the way down here. No. You might be looking at this thinking, oh, I'm supposed to take out of this. No, you're not. You don't know to what extent price will get to. So your job is to grab this push as long as you can get it. So, to get amount of money that you're satisfied with, or something that, it's good for you. All right. So you can look at this swing low here for or potential take. All right. Or you can take profit here. You can take your first profit here, take second profit here, and you can take third profit here, right? So this is your trade. First off, you have a sell limit order here. You're not waiting for any form of confirmation. No, stop all that bullshit. Take your trade. This stop loss, put it on top of this candle. This is a day high here. I've told you one of these candle here. One candle here represents 1 day of price action. So this candle open, this is the weak, this is the extreme point of this candle. We keep it on that extreme high there. I'll put it on top of that candle. Boom. That's my stop loss right there. All right. Then you aim for these lows. Like I said, aim for the swing lows down here. That. So now, how do you manage a trade like this one? You don't just hold the trade till it gets there, of course. You don't want to do that because you don't want to hold trade for an entire week. Then the following week, it starts reversing back on you. That's very frustrating. So make sure that every swing low here, you take profit. All right. This is a swing low. Take profit here. This swing low, take profit here. Then this swing low, take profit here. Right? So that's what I want you to do. This is how you're going to do it. You enter a trade here, you take partials. Here you take partials, and then here you take your full size position. So that's how you trade this as a position trader. This is how you manage trades long term. So this is my trade here. I'm going to put I'll put a screenshot of the trade running now. I'll do a full breakdown of this trade when it completes. All right. I was recording the process, so I'll drop the video after this one. Now, we have our trade, right? That's it. Now, let's do analysis and see if we can grab another trade somewhere. Remember, guys, we are trading purely price action here. We don't trade anything else, okay? Price action to the simplest, right? Now, let's analyze charts here like normal price action trader would do, right? Let's say we have two swing highs here, which we can connect and see a trend line, right? Boom. We have a trend line right there. We have point 1, that's point A right there. This is point B right here. It's the daily, guys. You don't need to connect extremely old highs. You can just connect what you see right there. This is point 1, point 2, point 1, point 2, right? Let's say, for example, you trade breakouts or support, resistance, and everything, right? You want to see support, you want to see resistance. So this trend line here is not for you to sell when next price comes here. You don't trade trend lines. I don't trade trend lines. I will not tell you to do that because trend lines are very difficult to predict. It might be easy to see them, but it's difficult to predict, right? But now, what you want to do with this trend line is you want to help yourself identify the market direction, right? Now, price has formed a trend line. The second price breaks this trend line. You know that when price comes back to this trend line, it's going to buy. But now, you cannot just blindly buy from that trend line. You have to look for another high or a swing low to support that trend line, right? So if you look across here, what do you have? You have two swing points here. You have this one. I don't know if this is visible. Let me zoom in on price. Okay. So we have this one here. We have this high. And we have this high here. So you see that price actually came here and rejected these areas, right? So this is a break and retest. Forget about the trend line and just focus on this. Now, What you're trading here is break and retest. Price has broken this area and it's retesting. Now, this trend line here is just to add extra confluence to it. It's just to add extra confluence, right? So the market is retesting these highs at the same time is retesting the trend line that it just broke. So this is just to add or boost your confidence on this particular setup. Good. Now let's take our trade here like you would as a position trader, right? You have your setup here. This is the trend line. So we want to make sure that your entry should be closer to this trend line as possible. And your stop loss, put it below this candle. This candle is here this week. My stop loss will be below this candle like that. I am not a position trader, guys. I'm just making this video for people that are looking to, people that don't have time to sit on their computers all day long and stuff. So you can hold your trades, you can take it there, or you can maybe look for something. I don't know. Just swing highs, like I said, always look for swing highs, take your profits there. So that would have been a good trade for you. That's a 4 hour right there. So if you're looking for a funded account, you put 2% on this trade, you'll be completing your phase one on just this trade as a position trader. Now let's look. How long will it take you to, make this trade out? So one candle here is 1 day. You can see that there's a bunch of candles here. This could take you like this could take you like close to a month or something like that. So it's a very, very long time, which is good. You don't have to, look at your phone every second here and there. You're an investor. So this is going to give you the title of an investor. Don't call yourself a trader, call yourself an investor. You do analysis long term, you predict your long term move and you enter there and you take it long term. Don't forget about the 5 minute where you have price going up and down. Just forget about all of that bullshit. You come on here daily, you do your long term analysis and you invest wisely. You invest, you put your money, and your money grows, right? Of course, you're not going to win every trade, but the ones that you win will swallow any trade that you've ever lost because you have insane risk to reward, right? Investing long term, and you predict that price will leave from point A to point B. So you have to hold on to your positions to trade wisely. So that would be all for this video. I just wanted to, give you guys a quick heads up how you can treat trading. It's how you treat trading. It's not how you trade for it. You might be trading daily and you're making some money. Yeah, but there'll be days where you're going to lose all that money. That's just how trading is. That does not mean you cannot trade. It just means the market condition does not favor you and you will not know when to stop. You just have to keep going because it's trading, right? So as a long-term position trader, you don't have to worry about all of that. Take 2 trades in like maybe in 1 year, you take like 6 trades in a year. I'm just joking. Of course, in a year you take more trades because there are more pairs to look at, not just one pair. On just this single pair, this is how many trades you would have taken. You have taken 2 trades in like, I don't know, a very, very long time. So you can look at all the pairs. Let's say in a year you take like 30 trades, or let's say at least a month, right? You have like 2 trades a month. Every month you have like 2 trades at least. So in a year you take a good number of trades and you can definitely do a lot with that. So being a position trader, you're going to make a lot of money doing just this. And this is large volume trading, guys. Don't come here and put $200. Put a lot of money here. $5,000, $10,000, 20,000. You can put a lot of money here and just forget about it and come back for a very long time. Your investment has grown. It's good. It's just like investing in real estate. So thanks for switching in. It's your boy, Forexx Hybrid. Kindly subscribe if you're watching my videos for the very first time. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.